Armed protesters who seized the government building in the U.S. state of Oregon are refusing to surrender. As the occupation enters its third day, the militia are calling on supporters from across the country to join them.
We need you to come because we need to be united and we need to have a strong defense. That's the way we can make sure that there is no lives that are lost here.
These men came to Harney County claiming to be part of militia groups supporting local ranchers, when in reality, these men had alternative motives: to attempt to overthrow the county and federal government in hopes to spark a movement across the United States.
Federal and local police are preparing to create a joint command center to take action to resolve the standoff. The armed men have criticized authorities for what they call a failed legal process concerning 2 locals convicted of arson. The men were charged under an anti-terrorism law, sparking debate over the federal government's authority in local matters. The militia want to put federal land under local control. Igor Piskunov is in Oregon for us.
We're here at the National Refuge Wildlife System in rural Oregon. That behind me is actually the entrance to that territory. And, well, the vehicles, which you could probably see there, including the truck, these vehicles belong to the group of people who currently have this territory under their control. And they're not the police or the staff. I was able to speak with one of these men. How many people are here?
There's enough.
Okay. We heard that there might be some weapons here as well. Is that true?
Well, the Second Amendment means you can carry weapons, so I hope so.
Okay. What is the purpose of this event, of what's happening here?
This is the purpose of the event here, the United States Constitution.
So you're defending your rights?
Yeah, defending the rights of the local ranchers, loggers, four-wheeler riders, snowmobile riders, horseback riders, all that.
What if the police use force to drive you out?
Oh, that would be bad.
Are you ready to resort to force also? I guess that's what everybody's worried about.
I mean, I think we'll just do whatever it takes for that not to happen.
Well, theoretically, if it does, hopefully not for everybody, but...
You know, I don't think anybody wants to be shot here, so...
Earlier, another representative of this group of people warned the authorities from using force.
The federal government should respond to this with force or just be constitutional?
If they did, they should just be constitutional. That's a great point. But if they did, they would be doing it and putting lives at risk.
I asked the man that I spoke with whether or not they're prepared to allow the staff of this refuge inside, and he said that anything could happen. He did say that the locals here may be afraid to come because of all this quote-unquote panic being spread by the authorities. In the town nearby, the atmosphere is a bit tense. Many people don't exactly know how to treat a situation like this. The local schools there are closed, and the courthouse is closed as well.
I'm worried that somebody might get hurt. I feel like they're taking it a little bit far. I don't know if the National Guard will step in. They might step in, though, if need be. Like, school has been canceled. People are scared. They might have to step in.
With the federal government, I wouldn't be surprised if they would send the National Guard, yes.
Of course, we'll be monitoring how the situation unfolds throughout these next couple of days, and we'll be bringing you all the latest from Oregon. Igor Piskunov, RT.
Well, the story has gained lots of attention online, with the hashtag Oregon under attack being widely followed on Twitter. Some are criticizing the U.S. authorities for what they say is a hypocritical response.
If they were black, poor, etc., SWAT teams, the National Guard with tanks or both would take them down as soon as possible.
My biggest problem with Oregon under attack is the difference of response. If they were black or Muslim, we'd be in a national lockdown.
How do unarmed black protesters warrant the National Guard, yet armed white men warrant only the media coverage?
If they were not white, they would not be alive right now. Nobody is clamoring for for the whole state to go on lockdown and to call up the National Guard. No one is making sweeping generalizations in the media about people like this these people, their culture. Something has to be done. It's a clear provocation. If one person is suspected of a crime, they will do this in a major metropolitan area with a SWAT team, often knock on the wrong door and kill people without any questions asked and have no repercussion. This happens in the black community all the time.